Yo, this shit takes so long to load on the. It takes so long to load on this tablet. Alright, that is real funny how that doesn't want to work. Yeah, it's whatever, yo. Gee, that music is so annoying. Yo, this app says it's still loading. It doesn't. It should not. Why? Why? Uh. Come on, man. Just give me the function. Just let me turn the music off, please. Jeez. Why do they make this so difficult? And the comments still aren't working. So there's that. It just loaded. All right, let's see. Thank you. So I shut the app off, and I completely powered down the PlayStation, and started everything up, and the comments still aren't there. I've been having trouble signing into just the PlayStation app on my phone. I've had it on my phone forever. I've used it forever, and then like yesterday, I was like, it logged me out, and it was like sign into the network. So I keep trying to sign in. It will not let me sign in on my phone, yo, to use this app. And now the screen text is not showing. What is up with that? Huh? What is that? Why? Uh, so I'm gonna got crumbs and stuff. I'll just have to use the damn laptop. Damn, I'm so used to using that. Let's see. So if I'm using the laptop, maybe. Cleaning the K. Uh, how do I do that? It's on the app. That's the crazy thing, yo. It's the app. It's the. It's called the second screen app. Honestly, it's the PlayStation second screen app, and so it allows you to turn off the music, or it allows you to do all kind of functions, yo. You can put like you can scan your face and then have a cartoon mask on your face and do all kind of shit. But you go to the app, you have to be streaming. Your stream has to be live, and then you'll have a selection that comes up that says broadcast settings. You go to your broadcast settings, and there's a little reverse arrow just like on your camera where you can use the forward or backward facing camera, and that's all it is. Just you go to broadcast and you hit that one camera button, and then it flips around so things you can read things and not be in reverse, so everybody can read that the right way, right? So it's weird. I don't know why Sony has it set up like that, where it's not built into the hardware where you can control the camera, control the music, and things like that. But they make you use that app. And now there's like some weird, funny stuff going on with the app. It's ridiculous. But yeah, and I get into people's streams and they have the music playing and the camera's reversed, and it's like, guys, just turn the camera around. It's not that hard. Can you flip the camera? But people don't do that. I gotta read those messages. See, once again, I would be able to read the messages on my PlayStation app, but it won't let me log in. No, I gotta get Droid, yo. Gotta get some Android hardware because this Apple shit, Apple is so fucking stupid. Yo, this shit keeps telling me my password ain't right, yo. Bro, I've never, ever changed anything. It's my PlayStation account. Why do I have to change anything on my PlayStation account? I had this PlayStation account since PS1. PlayStation Messenger. Oh, my Messenger popped up, but it won't show new messages. It's telling me to sign in even on this. It won't, yo, everything is gone. Like I can't get into anything, yeah. I already did that after like the first 10 tries. I just took the apps off. Yep. Uninstalled them, went back to the store, reinstalled them, still won't let me in. And you know, trying to actually talk to fucking Sony or PlayStation is next to impossible. I don't know, man. I think I'm on the verge of just getting blocked out. I be saying too much. Mm. No updates on none of my apps. Nope. Oh well, fuck it. Shit don't want to act right.
What's wrong with you? Nasty. Man, shout out, what's wrong with you? I see.
Mexico will not pay for the fucking wall. Donald, it is me. Balls are made. This are shit. They are not even Mexican. Why is the ball made out of tortilla? And taco. As the former president of Mexico, I want to speak at the College of the United States, because we need to get something straight between our two countries. And it isn't going to be a fucking wall. Donald, under no circumstances will we pay for this stupid, useless, racist monument. I know when you came up with the idea, all the experts thought it would work. But the bad hombres have gotten more sophisticated since then. They are even sharing plans on the internet. Look at this schematic I downloaded from the dark web. It is a ladder, Einstein. You're going to build a $25 billion wall that can be defeated by a $25 ladder? Be honest, Donald. This wall isn't going to stop anyone who really wants to cross the border. It is just going to make your country weaker and poorer and less respected by the rest of the world. Now that you know the wall won't work, you can use the money for something else, like this water. For $25 billion, you could provide clean drinking water to the entire of the planet for 3 years. Isn't that a better legacy than a pointless wall of hate? Of course, I know you are not a big water guy, because you're always drinking Diet Coke, which, by the way, is not working. So here are some other options for the $25 billion. You could end world hunger for 1 year. You could hire 50,000 teachers for a decade.
Book of the day, The Formula, The Universal Laws of Success. Interesting book.
Hello, freak bitches. I would love to play you the dinosaurs are not real video. Just do it.
God.
See if you can play it, JB. We probably can't play it on YouTube or we'll get pulled, but we can play the audio, right? Play the audio. We'll put the video up on the screen and play the audio for you, and you can just fucking, your head can turn beet red. Smoke's gonna come out of your ears. Because the thing is about these videos, and this is the issue that I have with not just videos, but also with blogs. Like people, you're writing things and you're not being checked as you're going along.
Right.
So it's just you broadcasting an idea. It's not a conversation, and because of that, you can give off the illusion of expertise without being checked. Here it goes. Dinosaurs never existed. And by the way,
my God, Eric Dubay?
this is the flat Earth guy.
The guy that does 200 proofs the Earth is flat, that everybody has debunked fucking 1,000.
No.
Shit.
Shills.
Shills are...
Listen to this guy.
Owen of the Royal Society.
Don't you dare mention Owen's name,
the
you
British
asshole.
Museum Natural History Department in 1842. Or, in other words, the existence of dinosaurs was first speculatively hypothesized by a knighted museum head, coincidentally in the mid-19th century during the heyday of evolutionism, before a single dinosaur fossil had ever been found.
Wrong. They found...
Pause.
that.
Pause. Every time, pause.
Dinosaurs... we discovered marine reptiles and the first dinosaurs about a century before that. So that right there, Eric, you're fucking wrong.
Whoops.
It's like, don't bring your flat earth bullshit into my profession. Now I'm pissed.
We keep going.
Yeah, keep us rolling.
Mainstream press worldwide got to work hyping stories of these supposed long-lost animals, and then, lo and behold, 12 years later, in 1854, Ferdinand van der Veer Hayden, during his exploration of the upper Missouri River, found proof of Owen's theory. A few unidentified teeth he mailed to leading paleontologist Joseph Leidy, who several years later declared them to be from an ancient, extinct Trachodon dinosaur, which, beyond ironic...
So that's because we can do things like look at modern analogs and see how teeth are fucking made. We know if it's a predator or if it's prey. We know if it's an herbivore or a carnivore. We know how teeth are fucking built. Even back then, even when they're doing naturalistic drawings like this, it's like the megalodon tooth on my arm. It is a predator. It's obviously a serrated.
Is it megalodon or megalodon? How do you say it?
It depends. Your emphasis can be on a different syllable.
Okay.
It's both.
It's like, not like nuclear.
No, because it doesn't have two U's. But it's spelled the same, but it's like Dimetrodon or Dimetrodon.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing, Megalodon or Megalodon. Oh God, yeah, keep doing this. What is it? 20 minutes?
Firstly, it should be needless to say that it is impossible to reconstruct an entire hypothetical ancient animal based on a few teeth. But even more importantly, it is dubious that a myriad of ancient reptile, bird, and reptile mammal transitional forms necessary for the blossoming theory of evolution would be hypothesized and then conveniently discovered by teams of evolutionist archaeologists purposely out looking to find such fossils.
I'm glad I brought a lot
And
of
it is
beer.
even more dubious that such fossils have supposedly existed for millions of years, but were never found by or known to any civilization in the history of humanity until evolution.
Okay, yeah. The reason why we didn't know about things beforehand, because we weren't doing shit like wholesale intellectual studies of science when people were building fucking pyramids and stuff like that. That's why we have different ages throughout anthropological records. We have the Bronze Age and Iron Age and all that because we have to do things like figure out the land around us. And when we start finding really old bones, like, hey, this looks like a really big chicken bone. What the fuck? Or this looks like a huge human with a single eye. What the fuck? We start looking at stuff like that. Saying just wholesale fucking bullshit like that. God damn.
But that's what a YouTube video is. A YouTube conspiracy theory video is.
Oh, I know.
One person getting to spill their nonsense and they're unchecked.
Yes,
This is why I wanted to play this for you.
And response videos can be blocked by the original person. They can curate all comments. They can only allow certain ones through. They can moderate everything. Same with a blog. Same with all of that. They control their own criticism. There's a guy right now that a lot of the paleo community is going after. His name's David Peters. He's a jackass who's like doing stupid things like all reptiles are mammals and all of these clades should be in this and just all this crap. He wholesale copied an article from a colleague of mine, posted it, which is a violation of copyright because he's attempting to supersede that work by importing his own ideas to it. He will refuse any critical comments to be posted on his WordPress site.
That's really common, though.
Yeah.
It's really common with people. The war of ideas in the comment section, that's where it's being fought.
Yeah, it's because it's an echo chamber.
Yeah.
It's like people don't look as, why do people think the world is flat, or why do people think dinosaurs don't exist? Their Google Boolean search is, dinosaurs don't exist, or creationism is true, evolution is false, the earth is flat, chemtrails exist. They're creating their own echo chamber and preaching to their own fucking choir.
Yeah, and then they have a message board, and they go on that message board, massive confirmation bias. Anybody that doesn't follow that line gets booted out. Let's play more of this, because it gets better.
Evolutionism's Masonic Renaissance in the mid-19th century. David Wozni wrote, "Why are there no discoveries by Native Americans in all the years previous when they roamed the American continents?
Because they weren't
There's
digging
no
the fucking
belief of
earth.
dinosaurs in the Native American religion or tradition.
Because they were all
For that
dead.
matter, why were there no discoveries prior to the 19th century in any part of the world?
There could have been, you didn't know what it was. That's the
The World
thing.
Book and
It's like the same thing with Mammoth Cyclops.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the fuck it was. We didn't know it was a massive, a massive elephant species.
We thought it was a giant person.
Yeah. When the first animals were discovered in the La Brea tar pits before 1913, they thought it was livestock that got trapped in there and died. Then they realized, holy fuck, cows don't have 9-inch long incisors that are perfectly evolved to slash open the throats of things. And then you started questioning. So the Native Americans and all the people, they were finding possibly scatters of bone and didn't know what it was. Did the northern first people start licking bones and rocks? No, we discovered that. The science, as it figures out, going, hey, this is porous material. If I lick porous material, it's going to stick to my tongue. Holy fuck, that's a fossil. This kind of just the problem with you, Eric, is you are starting from an improper position. You are starting on a confirmation bias. You are stating from the beginning that dinosaurs don't exist, and you were using pareidolia and apophenia, the ability for humans to find patterns, in order to fit your bullshit, and then only cherry pick what belongs. That's what he does with fucking flat Earth. And the problem with this is, like I was saying earlier, because now the stupid minority has a voice. I don't know how many million people subscribe to his fucking channel. Every single flat Earth dipshit is going to go, 61,000 people. Okay.
Look at that, 300,000 views. And here's the thing. Check out the comments. The comments, he curates the comments.
Thumbs down are almost identical. Look, 3486 to 3493. Are you kidding me? You son of a bitch.
Oh, but
I remember being forced to have the same dinosaur toys as everyone. Meh. Yeah, that's because it's called consumerism. Flat Earth, no dinosaur. What's the point in making these? Okay, see, good for you. Go in there. Extremely great research. Love this very much. Thank you. Max Haskins, don't breed. Don't ruin dinosaurs with facts. Fuck you. They were my favorite animal.
Here's another problem. His voice is annoying as fuck.
Oh my god.
Let's play more.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna open the
Encyclopedia.
beer.
Before the 1800s, no one ever knew that dinosaurs existed. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, large deposits of dinosaur remains were discovered. Why has man suddenly made all these discoveries? No tribes, cultures, or countries in the world ever discovered a dinosaur bone before the mid-1800s, and then they were suddenly found all over the world in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Argentina, Belgium, Mongolia, Tanzania, West Germany, and many other places apparently had large deposits of dinosaur fossils never before seen.
That's because we find the first one, and then we're like, holy shit, there must be more of these out there. And then the Bone Wars started between Ogden and Marsh. You had the Mantell collection with the first iguanodon that was found. And they they made these really stupid statues and put them in Crystal Palace in London. And Mary Anning, one of the first the first female paleontologist and one of the first people to actually find fossils, she discovered the ichthyosaur. Mary Anning was the girl from the rhyme, "She sells seashells on the seashore," because that's what she did as a child. And as she was looking for seashells, she found a skeleton of an ichthyosaur buried in a cliff.
Oh.
Yeah, like a kid. I think she was 12, 13. Oh,
holy shit.
I think paleontology Twitter is going to rip me apart for not knowing the thing. But come on, I'm hyped up now.
He's drunk, he's hyped up.
I'm not, dude, that's one beer.
All right.
I've got,
I don't know how many you had before you got here.
None.
We got excited.
I've got 9 more in there. I'm going to need them. Yeah, it's just, so Mary Anning discovered ichthyosaurs. And once you discover something like that, you want to go around the world and say, hey, where else is this stuff? Let's go somewhere that no one has been. Which means North America, South America, Tanzania, Belize, all the things that Captain Jackass just rattled off.
Captain Fuckface. Let's call him Captain Fuckface.
Oh, God. Fucking fuckwitted shit gibbon. I don't, just something. I stole that. I stole shit gibbon from a Trump thing. But
shit gibbon?
Shit gibbon. When
like a monkey? Like a gibbon monkey?
Yeah. Ape. I think they're technically apes.
Gibbons are apes?
I think gibbons are apes.
Do they have tails?
No. I don't believe so.
All apes monkeys, but not all monkeys are apes?
No, apes and monkeys are primates.
But a monkey is just, it's not a technical term, right? It's not a scientific term. There was an article that was written that is explaining that all apes are monkeys, but not all monkeys are apes. See if you can find that. Well, we'll go to that afterwards. We'll go to that afterwards.
Probably because
Give me one of those beers. And
Okay.
Let's keep this rolling. I want to see how deep we can go with this. Our debate character.
I don't know what kind
Were
of
inhabited
Whatever you got,
and
man.
unexplored for thousands
Is that
of
a
years
goza?
before this time, why had no one ever found a dinosaur fossil before? According to the book The Dinosaur Project, paleontological journalist Wayne Grady claims the period following this, from around 1870 to 1880, became a period in North America where some of the most underhanded shenanigans in the history of science were conducted.
That's because
In
there
what
were
was
two
known-
paleontologists going at it against each other, going, I can find the cooler thing. No, I can find the cooler thing. I'm going to find more shit than you. It was called the Bone Wars, Ogden versus Marsh.
You already talked about this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And-
What was underhanded about it?
They would sabotage each other's digs. They would try
Really?
and steal fossils. They were assholes. But because of the competition, it's like a fight. When you have one dude that, two dudes that have been training all their lives and trying to do the whole thing, the more amped up one gets, the more amped up the other get. And it's going to be a fucking just throwdown. This is what happened on an intellectual and fieldwork scale. You had two guys trying to make a name for themselves in a burgeoning brand new field that just wanted to get in and roll. And they had direct competition with each other. So it's going to be, fuck you, I'm going to find these bones first. And it got nasty, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, think of it as Edison versus Tesla, paleontology.
Right. Except Tesla wasn't very aggressive. He sort of let all that shit.
Yeah,
happen.
true. Very true.
Play it.
Keep this going.
Known as the Great Dinosaur Rush, or the Bone Wars, Edward Drinker Cope of the Academy of
Cope,
Natural
yeah.
Sciences
Cope, Marsh,
and Othniel
Ogden.
Marsh of the Peabody Museum of Natural History began a lifelong rivalry and passion for dinosaur hunting.
Yeah, I said
They
Ogden.
started
I
out
meant
as
Cope,
friends,
my bad.
but became bitter enemies during a legendary feud involving double-crossing, slander, bribery, theft, spying, and destruction of bones by both parties. Marsh is said to have discovered over 500 different ancient species, including 80 dinosaurs, while Cope discovered 56. Out of the 136 dinosaur species supposedly discovered by the two men, however,
Fuck you for saying
only
supposedly.
32 are presently considered valid, as the rest have all proven to be falsifications and fabrications.
Bullshit.
None of
Bullshit. Not a falsification or fabrication. Turns out a lot of those dinosaurs were the same species that were previously discovered. So, look, this sauropod femur looks a lot like that sauropod femur, but I found this slightly in a different place, so I'm going to name it a new species. Nope, turns out those are both brontosaurus or apatosaurus or triceratops or stegosaurs, anything like that. That is just an outright fucking lie that he just said. When things are discovered and it turns out that they're the same, it becomes taxonomically what's called a junior synonym. So, for example, Tyrannosaurus rex had another name for a really long time. It's totally regardless. Whatever the first name for it was technically the first discovered name for it, but since Tyrannosaurus rex became the more popular, the more documented, the more thing, that became a junior synonym, that one actually became what we call nomen obscurum, or the obscure name, no longer talked about. But that's what happened. It wasn't an outright fabrication. It was two dudes finding bones of the same species or type of animal, but not naming it the same thing. So that's an absolute bullshit Eric Dubay outright lie.
None of them once claimed to find a complete skeleton either, so all their work involved reconstructions. In fact, to this day, no complete skeleton has ever been found.
Bullshit.
And so all dinosaurs are reconstructions.
Bullshit. Sue in the Field Museum is, not 100% complete, 98% complete, including formerly unknown elements from any other Tyrannosaur. I believe a commercial paleontology group just found like a 99% or almost a 100% complete dinosaur. We have found entireties or near entireties of animals.
bugs.
So he's right by a very small technicality of 1 or 2 percentage points.
Exactly.
But what he's implying is completely misleading.
Yeah.
He's implying that they're finding a shin bone and drawing a dinosaur around that shin
it.
bone.
Exactly. But no, like we can find 70% of Tyrannosaurus rex. We know what they look like. So yeah, we will use 3D printing or casting of all that. I'm happily admitting this because everyone knows, or at least everyone should know, many dinosaurs in museums are what we call conglomerates. It will be a Triceratops. The skull will be real, maybe the front half of the animal, some ribs, maybe some tail vertebrae, or the pelvis will be from one animal. We will have to use casts of other Triceratops that we have throughout paleontology in other museums. Many of the fossils you see on display are casts. Now, cast doesn't mean bullshit created on the spot. It means, very technically, this is a cast. It is a replica of an actual existing bone that was wrapped, made a mold of, and then filled with resin, painted to the correct color. It is the exact match of a bone that exists. It is not something we are just making up. That is bullshit. And I hate that when they come in and go, oh, well, look, that's like plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. It's all that. Well, yeah, you know why? Fossils are fucking fragile. It takes us weeks to get a single bone out, and then it is covered in glue. It is wrapped in tissue paper, sometimes tin foil. A shit ton of plaster and reinforcement is wrapped around it. Then it has to be very carefully slid down a mountain on a car hood in one time, or airlifted out in another, and put in the back of trucks, and then taken all the way to its museum, and then cracked open and then prepared. Everything has to get leafed off it very carefully, and we're adding more glue as we're going, because if you sneeze wrong on some mineralized specimens, it goes away. It just goes boom. So you have to work very carefully in a booth with like an air abrader. So you're shooting extremely fine particles just to get the top millimeter of material off. This is hard, detailed work on things that are 65 plus million years old, that if we're not careful, they fall apart. We are not going to wrap something like that in fucking steel and put it up on a mount, especially somewhere, I don't know, like Los Angeles, where things like earthquakes happen. It's statements like that he makes are just fucking irritating. Keep
David
going.
Wozni wrote, discoveries and excavations seem not to be made by disinterested people such as farmers, ranchers, hikers, outdoor recreationists, building construction industry based on excavating.
Absolutely bullshit. Fuck you, Eric. I'm a paleo monitor, you asshole. I am actually contracted to go out to fucking building sites and make sure fossils are protected and dug up correctly. In fact, you know what, jackass? I found a whale in downtown LA. Fuck you, Eric Dubé.
You found a whale?
I found a whale in downtown LA.
Oh, you talked about this the last podcast. You were talking about how they had to shut down construction.
Exactly. You know why? Because building construction finds fucking dinosaurs and whales and prehistoric animals, you jackass. Ugh, fuck you. Farmers. So, Sue was found on a guy's farm. There have been numerous dinosaurs, numerous prehistoric animals found on a guy's farm. By the way, there's an entire private area up in Bakersfield called Shark's Tooth Hill where they find megalodon teeth all the fucking time.
In Bakersfield?
In Bakersfield. It's on private land.